So sequence now. What are sequence? A set of numbers that are arranged in a definite order according to some rule. So if I arrange the numbers in any order, a list of numbers which are following some pattern, that will be known as a sequence. So some pattern has to be there between the next number and the previous number. So in various competitive exams also, you would have come across these in logical and reasoning ability type of questions, that few set of numbers are given to you and in between you have some missing numbers to fill in, or you have some numbers and in the end you have to write the next 2-3 numbers for that. So such numbers, they form a pattern, and if you understand that pattern, that what is the relation between these numbers, then you can generate that sequence. You can fill in the missing numbers also, and you can further write the next few numbers of that sequence. So they need to have a certain rule by which it is formed or generated. Some relation between the numbers has to be there. So such a list of numbers is known as a sequence. So here I have given a few examples of these sequences. Now all of these numbers have some rules according to which these numbers have been written. So let's see what are the rules. Now in the first one, each term is obtained by adding 3 to the preceding term. So if you notice this, 4, 7, 10, 13 and 16. If you add 3 to 4, you will get 7. If you add 3 to 7, you will get 10. And so on. If you keep on adding 3 to the previous number, then this first sequence will be generated. In the second one, you will observe that each term is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by 3. So here, if you multiply 2 with 3, you will get 6. If you multiply 3 with 6, you will get 18. Then 3 with 18, you will get 54 and so on. So once you understand that pattern, you can write the next few numbers also of the sequence. By multiplying 54 by 3, you will get the next number and so on. In the third one, each term is obtained by subtracting 2 from the previous term. So here you subtract 2 from 5, you get 3. Then 3 minus 2, you will get 1. And 1 minus 2, you will get minus 1 and so on. So all these list of numbers, they are examples of sequences because they are arranged in some definite order or according to some definite rule. So these are examples of sequences. Now out of all these sequences, we are now going to study in detail about a particular type of sequence that is known as arithmetic progression. Now in arithmetic progression, the way to generate this sequence is by adding a constant number to the previous number. So a fixed number will be added to all the numbers to get the sequence. So a sequence in which each term is obtained by adding a constant number to its preceding term is called an arithmetic progression. Now this constant number that you keep on adding to the previous number, this is known as the common difference. Why common difference? Because if you subtract second number from first one, you will get that difference. Third number from second number, if you subtract, then also you will get the same difference. So this will be common difference between the numbers of this sequence. So here is an example of an arithmetic progression. If you see here, 4 has been added to the preceding term to get the next term. So 2 is the first term, and if you add 4 to 2, you will get 6. If you add 4 to 6, you will get 10, and 4 plus 10 will give you 14 and so on. So this type of sequence that is obtained by keeping on adding a fixed number to the previous number, this is known as arithmetic progression. So here is a visual representation of an AP. Here 2 is fixed, 2 is the first term. Now 5 is obtained by adding 3 to 2. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 5 is the second term. Third term, then you will add 5 plus 3. You will get 8. then 8 plus 3, 11, and 11 plus 3, 14, and so on. So this is an example of an AP. Here first term is generally represented by the symbol or the variable A. Here first term is 2, and common difference which is denoted by the letter D, that is 3. So if you know the first term and the common difference, you can generate the AP. You can form, that is, you can get the next few terms of the AP. So generally first term of the AP is denoted by the letter A and the common difference is denoted by the letter D. Now first term of AP, that is T1 or term 1, it is denoted by A. The second term T2, term 2, will be A plus D. That is whatever is first term plus the common difference D. Third term will be A plus D plus D. That means another D will be added. Or I can write it as A plus 2D. So T3 will be equal to A plus 2D. Then T4, fourth term will be equal to A plus 3D. So on. So this will be the general way of writing an AP. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on. So in a more general way, if I need to write the nth term of this AP, Tn can be written as A plus n minus 1 D. So this is very important, that is nth term, what is it represented by? So nth term will be A plus n minus 1 D. So AP can be finite also. That means the number of terms will be fixed in an AP, finite AP, or it can be infinite AP also. That is, it can continue on and on. So out of that, if you need to write the nth term, it will be A plus n minus 1 D. So for example, if you want to write the 15th term of the AP, it will be A plus 14D. So here, you have to write the first 4 terms of the AP when first term and the common difference are given to you. So you know what is the first term and you know what is the common difference. So you keep on adding the common difference to generate the AP. So first, in the first problem, you have A equal to 10 and D equal to 10. So which means the first term is already given to you 10. Second term will be by adding A plus D, that is 10 plus 10, which is 20. Third term will be by adding 20 plus 10, that is 30. Third term will be, this is the second term, 10 plus 10, that is 20. Third term will be 20 plus 10, 30. Then 30 plus 10, 40, 40 plus 10, 50, and so on. So you know the first term, you know the common difference. You can go on with this AP till as long as you want to go on. So, but out of that, we want only 4 terms. So the first 4 terms, if you need to write, it will be 10, 20, 30, and 40. These are the first 4 terms of the AP. So if you know first term and common difference, then AP can be generated. So in the second one, you have A minus 2 and D is 0. That is, common difference is not there at all. It is 0. So this will be a constant AP. So first term is minus 2. Second term will be minus 2 plus 0, which is again minus 2. Third term will be again minus 2. This one, second term plus 0, which is again minus 2. So this is also a type of AP where common difference is 0. The definition of AP is satisfied here. That is difference between the second term and the first term, or third term and the second term. This is constant here. It is 0. So the AP will be minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, and so on. In the third one, A is 4 and common difference is minus 3. So you will keep on subtracting. Since common difference is negative, here the AP will be decreasing AP, not increasing AP. So first term is A, that is 4. Second term will be 4 minus 3, that is 1. Then 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 3, that is minus 5. So these will be the next few terms of the AP. The last one, A is minus 1 and D is half. So again keep on adding half to it, minus 1 plus half will be the second term, which is minus half. Then minus half plus half, that is 0, and then 0 plus half, that is half. So these will be the first 4 terms of the AP, that is minus 1 by 2, 0 and 1 by 2. So this is how you will generate the AP if you know A and D, that is first term and the common difference.